Have you ever stopped to think that the life of your dreams might not be far away, but actually exists right now on another frequency? What if I told you that, with the right knowledge, you could access that version of reality in just 30 days? Quantum physics proves that all possibilities coexist in the invisible field around us, and all you need to bring your ideal reality to life is to learn how to collapse the right possibility. In this video, you'll discover how to shift your vibrational frequency, align your mind with your desires, and attract extraordinary results without relying solely on physical effort. Get ready to see your reality through a new lens, a lens where you are the creator of your own experience. And while you're here, go ahead and comment below. I choose to collapse the reality of my dreams. This is your power statement and your starting point. Talking about manifestation may seem esoteric or even fanciful at first glance. However, when we dive into the most advanced studies of consciousness science, we realize there is a solid and surprising foundation behind this ability we all share, the ability to create our own reality. Among the leading researchers in this field is Jacobo Grinberg, a Mexican neuroscientist who dedicated his life to understanding how the mind interacts with the quantum field to shape what we call reality. Grinberg developed the theory of the neuronal field, an informational field that interlaces with consciousness and determines what we perceive and experience. For him, reality is not objective or fixed. It is a projection of our perceptual structure. In other words, what you believe, feel, and observe is exactly what manifests before you. By uniting science, spirituality, and ancient practices, his studies demonstrated that we are co-creators of our own experience. And that's exactly what you'll learn here. How to use the foundations of quantum physics in a simple and practical way to transform your life starting today. It's not about magic. It's about consciously aligning with what already exists in the field of infinite possibilities. Most people live believing that reality is fixed, objective, and simply happens to them. This limited worldview creates the illusion that our lives are bound to external circumstances, luck, or chance. Yet quantum physics, one of the most revolutionary branches of modern science, reveals an entirely different truth. Reality is shaped by the observer. Quantum physics studies the behavior of matter and energy at the microscopic level, specifically the subatomic world, where particles like electrons, protons, and neutrons no longer obey the rules of classical physics. In this realm, everything that exists is, in fact, a wave of possibilities, and only when something is observed does that wave collapse into a concrete, material-defined form. This means that until it is observed, a particle has no fixed form. It can exist in multiple places at once, with infinite possibilities of manifestation. But the moment consciousness enters the scene, when you observe, focus, or believe in something, that wave collapses into a single outcome. And that's where the magic happens. Your attention chooses, out of infinite possibilities, which one will become real. This discovery completely reshaped the scientific understanding of reality. If everything is energy and probability until observed, then consciousness is the determining factor of reality. This is the foundation of every manifestation process. We're not talking about fantasy. We're talking about a science that shows us that what you think, feel, and expect is exactly what you materialize. Why does this matter for manifesting the life of your dreams? Because in the quantum field, everything already exists. The version of you that lives in prosperity, the one in a healthy relationship, the one who is vibrant, confident, fulfilled, all of these versions are real possibilities that coexist in the same field. The difference between accessing them or not lies in your frequency, in what you observe, in what you believe is possible. Quantum physics shows us that the world is not something fixed waiting to be lived, but an infinite set of options waiting to be chosen. And the choice doesn't happen through physical effort, but through mental and vibrational clarity. Once you understand this foundation, you stop living as a passenger of life and start becoming the architect of your reality. Quantum physics invites us to embrace this responsibility because everything you focus on, feel, and believe, you bring into existence. If everything in the universe is energy and possibility until observed, then a key question arises: who is observing? The answer is simple and powerful: you. Your mind is the observer that gives shape to reality. And more than that, it collapses possibilities all the time, even when you don't notice consciously. Quantum physics teaches us that before something manifests, it exists only as a possibility in an infinite vibrational field. Nothing is solid, fixed, or determined until consciousness interacts with that possibility and transforms it into matter. This moment is called the collapse of the wave function, and it happens every time you direct your attention towards something with focus, intention, and emotion. Here's the key point. The reality you're living today is the result of the inner observations you constantly make. Your repetitive thoughts, your deepest beliefs, and the emotions you feel daily are literally collapsing the possibilities that become your actual experience. What you call life is a direct reflection of your mental and vibrational programming. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you desire financial abundance. That possibility exists in the quantum field, along with countless other versions of you. The prosperous one, the one struggling with debt, the one living in stability. The version that manifests is the one you observe internally with the most intensity and frequency. But this observation isn't only visual. The brain doesn't collapse reality with mental images alone. What really defines the collapse is the emotional intensity and the level of belief behind it. If you think of prosperity but feel scarcity and doubt, the reality you collapse is one of scarcity, not abundance. This explains why so many people have good intentions, repeat positive affirmations, and still end up stuck in repetitive situations. They might say, "I want to change," but internally they keep observing and feeling the same limited reality. And the quantum field responds precisely to what is being vibrationally emitted, not to what is merely wished for on the surface. Another crucial point is that this process is not linear. You don't have to climb step by step to live a new reality. When your mind vibrationally aligns with a new state, even if it feels far away, the shift can happen instantly. Time is not the determining factor, alignment is. Understanding this is liberating, because if the mind is collapsing possibilities all the time, then change begins not outside, but inside you. Shift what you observe internally, shift what you feel, and your external reality will reconfigure to reflect that new vibrational choice. We live in a culture that glorifies effort. Since childhood, we've been taught that hard work pays off, that nothing comes easy, and that success is the fruit of sweat, sacrifice, and resistance. While effort has value, quantum physics reveals a deeper truth often ignored. Effort without vibrational alignment is ineffective. You can work twice as much, study 3 times harder, push yourself to the limit. But if your energetic field is out of alignment with what you desire, you won't collapse the reality you want. You'll only reinforce the frequency of lack, struggle, and separation from your goal. In the quantum world, reality responds to what you are, not just to what you do. This means your thoughts, emotions, and vibration are constantly emitting a signal that the quantum field interprets as a command. That command is the real order that brings manifestation into being. Take another example. Imagine someone who longs for prosperity. They work 12 hours a day, try every marketing strategy, study sales, and push themselves relentlessly. But inside they feel fear, doubt, and carry an unconscious belief that it's never enough. The universe, receiving that vibrational signal, collapses experiences that confirm that inner state, Clients who don't close, projects that stall, opportunities that slip away. On the other hand, another person might act less, but act with confidence, ease, and a sense of worthiness. Their actions are intentional, aligned, conscious. Their vibration is not of need, but of certainty. And it's exactly this frequency that draws matching circumstances, synchronicities, the right people, doors opening without extreme effort. This is the central point. Actions born from vibrational alignment are far more powerful than actions driven by fear or scarcity. Misaligned effort is like rowing against the current. Vibrational alignment is like entering a flow where life cooperates with you. This doesn't mean you should sit still waiting for miracles. The 3D world requires action. But the real question isn't, how much am I doing? It's, where am I acting from? Are you acting out of desperation, anxiety, comparison? Or are you acting from an inner state of clarity, gratitude, and certainty? In the quantum field, energy precedes matter. First you emit, then you receive. First you vibrate, then you manifest. Effort without alignment is like trying to tune into a radio station without adjusting to the right frequency. All you hear is static. That's why before you act, align. Before you run, pause. Before you chase, tune into the version of yourself who already lives your desired reality. When effort is born from alignment, it becomes light, effective, and magnetic. If the reality we live is shaped by the frequency we emit, then the most important question is, how do you change that frequency? The answer lies in the essential triad of manifestation: thoughts, emotions, and signs. These three elements form the pillars of your vibration, and mastering them turns you into a magnet for opportunities, connections, and experiences aligned with your desires. Let's start with thoughts. Every frequency begins with a thought. The mind creates images, projects ideas, and directs attention. What you think most often becomes a kind of vibrational mantra your consciousness repeats into the quantum field. But here's the key. Not every thought collapses reality, only the ones charged with emotion and repetition. That's why it's not enough to simply think, "I am prosperous," if inside you carry a long emotional history of scarcity. That's where emotions come in. Emotion is the fuel of frequency. It gives life to thought and makes it magnetic. When you feel gratitude, joy, trust, or fulfillment, your energetic field expands. You become a powerful antenna, broadcasting signals of abundance and success. The mind may lie, but the body doesn't. It feels, and the universe responds to what you feel as true, not just to what you say. This is why feeling the emotion of already having what you want, even for a few seconds, is more effective than repeating an affirmation 1,000 times without inner connection. True vibration comes from coherence between mind and emotion. And where do signs fit in? They are the reflection of your frequency in the external world. When you shift your vibration, the universe begins sending responses. Coincidences, unexpected encounters, sudden ideas, repeating numbers, the sense that something is about to happen. These signs are not random. They are vibrational confirmations that the field is reorganizing in your favor. Learning to recognize and trust these signs is crucial. They show that the process has already begun, even if your outer reality hasn't fully changed yet. The biggest mistake people make when trying to manifest is doubting midway. When you send a clear signal and then question or panic, you interrupt the vibrational wave and step out of the flow. So changing your frequency begins with awareness. Observing your thoughts, cultivating elevated emotions, and opening yourself to notice the signs around you. It doesn't demand perfection or total control, but practice, presence, and intention. You don't need to change everything at once. Just shift your inner state for a few minutes each day, and the universe will start responding. Frequency is vibrational practice. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to live in the vibration of what you desire. The idea of changing your life is often tied to a long process, months of planning, years of hard work, step-by-step progress. But quantum physics reveals something entirely different. Transformation can happen in an instant, through a quantum leap. A quantum leap, contrary to popular belief, is not slow or gradual. It's a sudden shift in vibrational state where you move from one reality to another without necessarily going through all the logical steps in between. In the quantum field, every version of you, prosperous, healthy, in love, free, already exists. What separates you from the reality you want isn't time, but frequency. Imagine the quantum field as a vast playing field of infinite possibilities spread everywhere. In one corner lies the version of your current life. In another, the version of your dreams. On the traditional plane, you'd have to walk step by step to reach that version. But on the quantum plane, if you align your vibration with the desired version, you jump directly into it. There's no waiting, only the collapse of reality. This leap happens when you break free from the mental and emotional pattern that holds your current reality in place. As long as you keep thinking, feeling, and behaving like the old version of yourself, you remain stuck on the same reality track. But the moment you adopt a new vibrational identity, thinking, feeling, and acting as if you already live your desired life, you shift your consciousness to that new frequency, and the field begins to reconfigure. This may sound abstract, but it's extremely practical. You can make a quantum leap when you decide with conviction to no longer accept the old version of yourself. You feel with intensity the emotion of already having what you desire. You act with intention as if you are already the person living that reality. A quantum leap is faith applied through vibrational consciousness. It's you looking at your current reality, and even if it doesn't yet reflect your desires, choosing to feel, vibrate, and behave as if you're already there. This isn't self-deception, it's vibrational reprogramming. And here's the fascinating part: the leap can be immediate. Your outer reality may take days or weeks to fully adjust, but the shift happens the moment you align. And when that happens, the universe responds swiftly, opening paths, sending signs, collapsing possibilities. It's not about waiting, it's about accessing the frequency of what you want right now. And that frequency is only one vibrational choice away. Knowing you can collapse realities and step into a new version of your life is empowering. But the real power lies in daily practice. The frequency you emit isn't something you define once and keep forever. It needs to be nurtured, cultivated, and aligned continuously. That's why here are 5 simple yet powerful daily practices to keep your energy tuned to the reality you want to manifest. 1. Meditation to silence the noise and access the field. Meditation is the most effective way to quiet the mind and connect with the quantum field. By silencing repetitive, anxious thoughts, you create space for intuition and insights from a higher level of consciousness. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day of conscious breathing and present moment focus can elevate your frequency and weaken the old mental patterns that hold your current reality in place. 2. Visualization with intense emotion. Visualization is more than imagining, it's feeling the experience as if it's already happening. When you close your eyes and create a detailed mental scene of your ideal life, including smells, sounds, movements, and especially emotions, you send a powerful signal into the quantum field. Emotion is the key element. If you can feel gratitude, joy, excitement, or peace while visualizing, you accelerate the manifestation process. 3. Identity affirmations and vibrational coherence. Affirmations aren't magic words, they're mental programs. They work when repeated with intention, consistency, and emotion. Instead of vague phrases, use identity affirmations such as, "I am the version of myself who lives in abundance," or "I act with confidence because my destiny is already manifested." The secret is to repeat these statements while feeling them as absolute truth. 4. Intentional writing, quantum journaling. Write every day as if you were narrating your dream life in the present tense. For example, today I woke up with a deep sense of peace and security. I looked at my bank account and saw the number I envisioned. I received amazing messages from grateful clients. This kind of writing reinforces the new mental and emotional pattern, reprogramming your subconscious to collapse that reality more easily. 5. Recognizing and trusting the signs. The universe is always responding, but many people ignore or doubt the small signs. Become an observer, an unexpected message, a coincidence, a repeating number, an unusual invitation. All of these can be vibrational confirmations that the field is already reorganizing. By recognizing and thanking for these signs, you strengthen your connection to the manifestation process and stay in the right flow. These practices are simple but extremely powerful when done with consistency and intention. Manifesting the life of your dreams is not a one-time event. It's a daily vibrational practice. And the more you live as if you already inhabit that new reality, the closer it comes until it collapses right in front of you. Now that you understand how quantum physics can be applied practically to transform your life, the next step is in your hands. Nothing changes until you shift your frequency. And that begins with small daily decisions, silencing the mind, feeling the desired reality, acting as if it were already true. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. Choose one of the practices you learned here and commit to repeating it every day for the next 30 days. Remember, it's not time that manifests, it's alignment, and alignment grows stronger with consistency. If this content resonated with you, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications so you keep receiving videos that elevate your awareness and expand your potential. And don't forget, leave the comment, "I am frequency of transformation," to seal this new stage of your journey. You didn't come across this by chance. Your ideal reality already exists, and now you know how to access it. Live with intention, feel with truth, and manifest with consciousness.